So the first letter of TICA stands for topic sentence. You need to have some kind of topic sentence in your paragraph. The topic sentence is the argument of the paragraph. So a topic sentence cannot be a fact. You couldn't say Jamaica Kincaid was from Antigua. That's a fact, not an argument, right? Like no one can argue with you about that. So you couldn't have that be your topic sentence. But your topic sentence could be Jamaica Kincaid uses exaggeration in order to show that she can't base her opinions on reality anymore. That's a topic sentence, because you could argue with me about that. Like you could argue whether she's exaggerating at all, you know? So your topic sentence is like the argument for the paragraph. You know what you're gonna focus on when you write it. The I is for introduce quote. Introduce the quotation. So right after your topic sentence, you don't want to just jump in to a quotation. Like you don't want to just kind of throw it in there so that your audience is, or your reader is like totally confused about what you're talking about, right? You need to kind of slowly lead them in to that quotation. The way that you do that is you kind of say what's going on in the story or essay at the time. So in my case, I would say she has noticed, at this point in the essay, Jamaica Kincaid has noticed that the English way of life doesn't work for her, and that's when she comes to this conclusion, and then I would put the quotation. I'm going to show you how I write this up on the board too. But the cue is for quotation. In an analysis essay, you must have direct quotes. You can't write it without having direct quotes from the writer, because you're basically, if you are talking about their language choices, you can't talk about language choices without showing what they are in the first place. So you'll have a quotation, and then the A is for analysis. This is where you are answering the question. So there's a difference between analysis and summary. What's the difference between, actually, let me just ask you, what is summarizing an essay? Kylie?
If you basically just sum up everything that you said, it's just kind of like shortening it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's just like saying what, if you were summarizing her essay, you would just be shortening what she said and putting it in your own words, right? Again, it's like factual, because you'd be saying, this is what she said, and no one can really disagree with what she said, you know? And what's analysis then? Gil?
Analysis is kind of what we did just now. We're pick the parts and stuff. Maybe in an essay we would go like do everything we would about like one or two things.
Yeah.
And then we would write.
Yes, exactly. Analysis is where you're thinking about why. So why she chose these words, that's the analysis part. So in your analysis, you're answering the essay prompt. This is the essay prompt. And you are using, sorry, can you guys see this anymore? Using short quotations to prove your topic sentence. I'm sorry, that is like the worst handwriting and also the worst placement for that, but you're using short quotations to prove your topic sentence. So I write my paragraph, right? I got my topic sentence about exaggeration. I introduce the quote and say where it is in the essay. I use the whole quotation, and then I need to break apart that quotation to prove that my argument is true. So I'm going to need to look at the word flat out. And I'm going to explain what flat out means, why it's significant to the meaning, how it starts to create exaggeration. Then I need to look at the word declaration. Declaration seems like this very heightened language, like instead of just saying, like I said, that we're at war, declaring you're at war is more official. So I'll talk about that word, and then I'll talk about the word war. So I'm going to use these little quotations to prove my point from the large quotation. Does that make sense? Awesome. So now I want you guys to try to write a paragraph about a language choice that she is making in this sentence. And you're going to do that on this lined piece of paper. You could do the exaggeration one. You guys definitely can. It was your idea. You could talk about the first person. You could talk about something that your group talked about that we didn't up here. But you're going to try to say your topic sentence is going to answer this question. and you're going to try and prove it in your analysis. Okay, you ready to try? Thumbs up if you're ready to try. Thumbs side if you're like, I'm not really sure. Thumbs down if you really don't understand. Okay, good. Side is good. That's where we should be. All right, let's try it then. I'm going to give you like 10 minutes for this.
Can we use this paragraph in our actual essay?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, let me clarify that. Austin just asked if you can use this paragraph in your actual essay. Yes, everything that we do today and next class you can use in your actual essay so that you'll have a lot of it written by the time you go home.
Do you have to use this like little setup for every single paragraph in your essay?
You know, you don't once you have control of it. Absolutely not. But for this one, I want us to practice and see how we're doing with this setup. But no, not always. Because sometimes you might have 2 quotations. Sometimes you might need longer to introduce the quote. And sometimes you need a paragraph with summary, you know? So, but for this part, I want you